UK opposition leader Jeremy Corbyn was strongly opposed to military strikes targeting alleged Syrian chemical weapons facilities carried out by the US with UK and French support. The raids were reprisals for President al-Assad's chemical attack on the Syrian civilians of Douma. He also argued against Prime Minister Theresa May's decision to bomb Syrian targets without a parliamentary debate. Corbyn has since called for a War Powers Act to ensure any future use of military force gains the approval of the Commons for what they do in our name. Corbyn would only support UK action with permission from the United Nations, saying airstrikes on Syria were legally questionable. He's declined to blame Assad for the chemical attack on Douma, and he questions the evidence that Russia committed a nerve agent attack in Salisbury, UK. Corbyn's common speech on the suspected Russian chemical attack on a former Russian spy earned shouts of shame and disgusting from Conservatives. Some Labour MPs openly disown their leader, accusing him of siding with Assad, Russia and Iran. Diane Abbott, Corbyn's shadow Home Secretary, went even further, in practice using pro-Assad propaganda to support her argument against airstrikes. She received strong criticism on social media, with many stunned by her naivety and apparent incompetence when she used an image of an Israeli plane on a daytime raid to support her criticism, when the Syrian airstrikes were in darkness. However, Corbyn has a history of going easy on Russia, Syria and Iran. In December 2016, Corbyn wouldn't condemn the Morning Star, which has published articles by him, when it described the liberation of Aleppo by Moscow and Tehran, when in fact they'd actually forced thousands to leave as homeless refugees. Corbyn used to work for Iran's state-funded Press TV, a strongly biased pro-Islamic Republic, pro-Assad, pro-Hezbollah, pro-Shiite militias broadcaster. The UK Parliament's Register of Members' Interests reveals he received £20,000 for hosting Press TV phone-ins, before Ofcom revoked Press TV's licence and fined it £100,000 for broadcasting an interview conducted under duress with imprisoned CNN journalist Mezia Bahiri. Bahiri, when released, revealed he was held in a military prison, tortured and threatened with execution if he did not answer the questions as directed. Questioned by Pink News about his Press TV role, considering Iran's severe punishments for homosexuality, Corbyn said, "I presented other programmes in which I was able to raise a number of human rights issues, not just in Iran, but in other countries as well, and the money I was paid, which wasn't an enormous amount actually, went on my constituency office." Although he's a long-standing anti-nuclear campaigner, Corbyn wrote in the Morning Star, "Iran has a civil nuclear power programme, to which, in law, it is entitled. This has been transformed into a nuclear weapons threat by the very power that has its own massive capacity to destroy, the US." Also, apparently at odds with Corbyn's statements on human rights is his lack of condemnation of Iran's human rights violations. Amnesty International claims there were 507 executions, 31 in public, and 5 were juveniles, a violation of international law. Corbyn has also been silent about the current protests, with no condemnation of the hundreds arrested and dozens killed. However, when speaking to celebrate the 25th anniversary of the Iranian Revolution, Corbyn praised the regime for tolerance and acceptance of other faiths, traditions and ethnic groupings in Iran.